Let's say China. China.
China. China.
China. China.
China. China.
China. China.
China. You go over to China. 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 You take China.
China.
China. I love them. China. 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 I have to have my China. China. China because China. 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 China.
This time we've got a Chinese MRE. This one's a little bit different to the usual fare. You can see from the size of this one, it's an individual meal MRE. This is sort of equivalent to a US MRE. This is just one meal with a number of different items in there. And you can see from the green package, it's actually a type 09. So the 09 range have got 12 menus. And this particular menu is menu number 9. So it's type 09, menu number 9. And I do believe this particular one is pork chow mein, or something along those lines, i.e. noodles with some pork. I think it's got mustard pickle as well in, so it should be a reasonably tasted one. The previous one I had, the Chinese one, was a rice one, so this particular one is a noodle one, so it should be a little bit different to the one I had before. And you can see these are quite compact. They're not as bulky as the US MRE. That's because there's obviously a lot less stuff in, but it also tends to be quite well squashed down. There's obviously all of the usual bump on the front and the back, which I'm going to explain in a bit. But as well as Type 9 and Menu 9, the other interesting thing is that there, because that has a production date. So this particular one was produced right at the start of October, so October the 1st, 2015. So at the minute we've just moved into 2018, so this is just over 2 years old. So it's a little bit older than the ones I've had before. The one I had before was more or less 6 months old. It was a 2017 ration. Now these things are good for 3 years. So this thing, more or less, has got 10 months left on its shelf life. And that's on its standard shelf life as well, so I'm pretty confident that as long as this is held up okay, it should be okay. As long as it's packed well. You can see from that there, that's the stuff that we've got in there. And from that you can tell that the main is actually 300 grams, which is not a small meal. And all these 09s come in a green bag. So you also see the 13s, which are in a brown one. But these 9s tend to have quite a nice mix of stuff. Now the other thing you'll notice is that because this is a slightly older ration, I'm guessing, there's no hole punched in the top. All of the newer ones tend to have a little hole punched at the top. So that's another interesting bit of information. So for us to actually find out what's in here, let's get Google Translate out. It's slightly confused. British soldiers or man. Self-hot food, it certainly likes that, doesn't it? So there's sort of some idea of what you get in there. Snow dish pork chow mein, patience cake, which I think is long life. Beef sausage, fruit and vegetables, spicy sauce, an instant solid beverage. That's on the up. Let's have a look. So you can see, it's all nicely packed. There we go. So that will be your spicy sauce. And instant solid beverage. There's your little bag for your water. And that should say fill line. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that's got a strange lock code on the back of it. This is 55 grams of something. Sugar, water, pineapple. So there we go, we've got some pineapple. Cool. Ooh, this looks ominous. This should be beef sausage. Yeah, beef sausage. Cool. Again, there's... I'm not sure what that means. But, as usual, I've got a low battery. Resistance to the cake. Resistance to defeat cake. That's going to be some nice long shelf life cake. And then your main is actually packed away in there. Massive heat pad. No doubt there's a lot of instructions there in Chinese. And then obviously you've got a little mini spoon. So the newer one I had actually got a much bigger spoon in. This is like a little dinky one with a little dinky serviette. Cool. Yeah, there we go. So there we got your main entree. We've got some beef sausage. We've got some cake. We have some pineapple. We've got a beverage powder. We've got some spicy sauce, a little water bag and a spoon. Cool. So what we need to be doing, that's a cold drink by the way. So the very first thing we need to be doing is getting that on the go, because that's going to take up to 15 minutes. Let's pop that there. So these are quite cool in the fact that you get a little dinky bag, which is like an insulating bag. So we need to pop them in there. And some pretty self-explanatory instructions. But no doubt it's all going to go pear-shaped. But that heating pad is massive, huge. Let's see, some of the stuff is actually out of the pad, and I've seen this before in these Chinese rations. You end up with all kinds of stuff in there, all kinds of stuff. So first thing we need to do is tear it across the top. Oh man, geez, there's more powder in that bag than there is in the on the top. Man, there is more powder on top of that bag than there is in the bag. Jeez. Now apparently these take 5 minutes to kick off, so See if I can get it all in the bag first. Yep. So that's it. Whoa, it's off already. 5 minutes not. Whoa. Jeez. This is where I end up completely melting my fingers. So you can see that water's boiling already. It's a double pad, that's why. So you've got a pad on the bottom and a pad on the top. Didn't notice that. Jeez. Just got to tuck that in. No doubt it's going to start boiling and bubbling out. Because it's going to try and put the water on the top and the bottom. This doesn't seem to have gone as crazy as I thought it was going to go. Could actually be a bit of a dud. Tuck it in. So obviously, the other thing we need to be doing is this beverage. Now, it doesn't actually say, I don't think, how much water you need. Can you hear that going? Crazy. Crazy, man, crazy. Yeah, we've got a little 10 notch. There's your little code on that. It's very powdery. Puff. Yeah, so it's nice. Nice powder, there's no slightly odd smell. Yeah, so if you hear some strange noises, it's not my stomach. So that's about 200 ml. You can sort of see a few little floaties. Yeah, it's that usual Chinese beverage smell. I think it's vitamins or something in it. It's just a slightly odd smell. I'm not sure how. You certainly don't get a big citrus smell off it. It doesn't smell bad. Now, we've also got the spicy sauce, which we're going to be saving for the noodles. Pop that over there. What do we got? Let's have a go for the beef sausage. That seems completely different to the previous one I had, which was a roll, like an egg roll. So it's well vacuumed, 40 grams. There you go. very flat. Quite a pleasant smell. See, let's pop it out. Yeah, so it's like a flattened version of what I had before. So those was like in a tube before, but that's two flattened discs. But it's still similar, it's like a span. But it was very nice last time. Let's see what this cake is. So, I think 60 grams. There's a little bit of Chinese jiggery pokery. And this one isn't vacuum packed, interestingly. I think that's by design. So you've got a oxygen absorber. Oh, bust it. Do not eat. Yes. There we go. It does look a little bit different actually to the previous one I had. Obviously the previous one I had was a 2017 version, so this one's completely different. Yeah. This one's a little bit firmer and not as moist. The other one was really shiny. That is completely different. That's completely different. Now, where shall we put the pineapple? We'll pop the pineapple up there. So it's only 55 grams. So this sort of isn't particularly vacuum packed, it's just sealed. Yeah, it's very flat. Very flat. Hopefully it won't go. Come on, out you come. He doesn't want to come out. There he does. That's obviously a nice syrup. Nice clear syrup. Slightly dark maybe. There they go. Nice little segments. Obviously the previous cake I had was like completely rectangular. That's interestingly like an oval shape. Very interesting. Let's have a try this drink. You see it's slightly cloudy, but that's sort of by design. It has got that slightly sweaty sock smell to it. Yeah, slightly citrusy, but a little bit weird. I'm sure there's some vitamins and some rehydration salts or something in there. It's got a slightly odd. It's not off. It's just the way it is. So while that's going, I'm going to have to try a little bit of this cake because there's So it's slightly bashed on the corner there. It's very dry. It seems very dry. Completely different to the previous one. Completely different. Slightly vanilla smell to it. That's very nice actually. That is very nice. Looking forward to that, especially with that. Right, that FRH is going to take another 5 minutes. I'll be back in 5. It's definitely still going. You can see how it's puffed up with the hydrogen gas. And obviously that little jacket, whoa, it's very hot to touch. You sort of don't really see steam coming out. You do, a little bit. And the bag is almost melted onto the plastic. Whew. You can see the pads. It's not too bad, I've seen worse. So you can see there's 2 tear notches at the top. Let's see what we've got. Push it down a little bit. There's a bit of greenery in there. It smells okay. Now I know Steve actually had a very nasty experience with greenery in his, but I think those bits of greenery are normal. Let's pop it out. Now I'm guessing this is going to really fill. It'll come straight out, unlike the rice one I had. But I thought it was going to be. Well, there's plenty of meat in there actually. Surprising. So you can see a bit of juice. I'm deliberately mushrooms. That's nowhere near as tightly packed as I thought it was going to be. There sort of seems to be carrot in there. Man, that's a huge portion. You can see the greenery in there. Obviously it would be good if you had some chopsticks with this, but massive bits of mushroom. It's gone across into my sausage compartment. So it's got a really pleasant smell to it actually. That is really good. I'm really surprised. I thought that was going to be really bland. Let's try the spicy sauce. Ooh, it's a little bit gooey. That was like oil. It's like a paste. It's got a nice smell coming off it actually. Whoa! That's got a massive kick to it. Oh. Is that a piece of chilli? And those little green bits are sort of slightly crispy. As crispy as you can get in there. In a pouch that's 2 years old. And little bits of meat as well. Man, that is surprising. It really is. So you can sort of see that little green bits are quite thin. Whoa, that spicy sauce has got a massive kick to it. Let's try some sausage. So you can see there's like two flat bits, very flat. Certainly doesn't look beefy. Very finely ground texture. It's like a nice mild spam. It's well seasoned. It's not bland, but it's not overpowering either. Let's try another piece of this cake. So you can see it's well baked, like a round pan on the top, and you get the impression it's really dry, quite dense, but if you look inside there's a lot of air in there. It's like a nice sweet vanilla flavour to it, but not overpowering. That's really nice. And the crust on the outside is really tasty. If anything, the crust makes it more tasty. That's fantastic. Let's try the fruit. So you can see it's in juice or syrup. That's not overpoweringly sweet. Nice pineapple chunks, not massively soft. Slight amount of bite physically to it, and also taste wise. So the only slightly odd thing about the ration is the vitamin-y smell off that. Slightly like sweaty feet, but hey, I get something very similar off the Czech and Republic ones. Yeah, nice little bit of citrus off it, but not a huge amount. I'm really surprised. There's your little serviette. No wet wipe, obviously. Oh man, that is fantastic. That's one of the tastiest MREs I've ever had. That is superb. That chow main's fantastic. There's bits of texture all through it. The little crispy green bits, the mushrooms, the little bits of carrot. The noodles are fantastic. Wow. The oil in it's nicely seasoned, a nice little bit of background heat. Whether there's a bit of ginger or chilli or something in it, I don't know. But the oil is like a nice chow mein-y oil. It's really, really tasty. And then with the spicy sauce, that gives it a big kick. You know, you can have the spicy sauce on half of it like I've just done. You don't need it, but it does add extra if you try it. Oh man, that's fantastic. The beef sausage, yeah, it's like a nice finely ground spam. Really pleasant smell and a really pleasant flavour. Something a bit different to that as well. You could mix some of that in there if you want. That cake, I'm really surprised. It's nothing like that in the newer rations. It's like a shiny slab, but that's like a nice little round baked cake. Nice and crusty on the outside, which does make it a bit dry. Nice sweet taste. But again, you get loads of texture off it. That's fantastic. And those pineapples are great. Not too sweet, not too sour. And a really nice accompaniment as well. I'm absolutely gobsmacked, completely gobsmacked. All in all, absolutely shockingly good. So there we go. Big thumbs up. Thank you to the eBay seller in China who sold this to me. I'm really impressed. I'm going to polish this off. Big thumbs up. And I might even get another one of these soon. Bye for now.